Shanti Murli date 16th January 2024. Essence. Sweet children, here you are in exile. You children should have no interest in eating good food or wearing good clothes. Pay full attention to this study and to your character. Question: what is the way to remain constantly full of the jewels of knowledge? Answer: donation. The more you donate jewels to others, the more you will remain full. Sensible ones are those who listen to them, imbibe them, and then donate them to others. If there is a hole in the apron of your intellect, they fall out and you aren't able to imbibe them. Therefore, study with discipline. Remain distant from the five vices. Become Roop and Basant. Om Shanti. The spiritual father explains to you, spiritual children. The spiritual father speaks through the physical organs, and the spiritual children listens through their physical organs. This is something new. No human being in the world can say this. You to explain this number wise according to the effort you make. It is just as when a teacher teaches, the register of the students show everything. From their register, you can tell about their behavior and how they study. The main thing is this study and your character. This is God's study that no one else can teach. This knowledge is of the Creator and the beginning, the middle, and the end of creation of the whole world cycle. No human being in the whole world knows this. Even the ancient rishis and munis, who were such well-educated authorities, used to say that they didn't know the Creator or creation. The Father himself came and gave his own introduction. It is remembered that this is a forest of thorns. A forest would definitely catch fire. A garden of flowers never catches fire because a garden is green. The whole forest is dry. A green and luscious garden would never catch fire. A dry forest would quickly catch fire. This is that unlimited forest that caught fire, and the garden was then also established. Your garden is being established in an incognito way. You know that we are becoming fragrant deities, the flowers of the garden. That is called heaven. Heaven is now being established. It is a wonder that no matter how much you explain to some people, it doesn't sit in anyone's intellect. It will not sit in the intellects of those who don't belong to this religion. They listen through one ear and let it out through the other. There are so few people in Bharat in the golden and silver ages. There is so much growth in the copper and iron ages. There they have one or two children, whereas here they have four or five children. Therefore, there would definitely be growth. The people of Bharat are now called Hindus. In fact, they belonged to the deity religion. None of those of other religions forget their religion. It is the people of Bharat who have forgotten this. Look, there are so many human beings at this time. Not all of them could come here and take knowledge. Each one of you can understand your births. Those who have taken the full 84 births would definitely be the oldest devotees. You can understand how much devotion you have performed. If you have performed less devotion, you will take less knowledge and explain to fewer people. If you have performed a lot of devotion, you will take a lot of knowledge and explain knowledge to many others. If you don't take that much knowledge, you can't explain that much either. Therefore, you receive less fruit. There is an account. A child calculated how many births those of Islam will take and how many births Buddhists will take and sent that to the father. Buddha too was the founder of a religion. There wasn't any one of the Buddhist religion before him. The Buddha soul entered someone and established the Buddhist religion, and expansion then took place from that one. He too was a father of people, Prajapita. So much expansion took place from one. You have to become kings in the new world. Here you are in exile. You must not have any interest in anything. I want to wear good clothes. That too is body consciousness. Whatever you receive is fine. This world is only going to last for a short time. If you wear good clothes here, that would be reduced there. You have to renounce that interest. As you children make further progress, you will automatically continue to have visions. You yourselves will say, "This one is doing a lot of service. It is a wonder. He will definitely claim a high number." Then you will continue to make others similar to yourselves. Day by day, the garden will grow. However, many deities there are in the golden and silver ages. They are all sitting here in an incognito form, and they will later be revealed. You are now claiming an incognito status. You know that you are studying in the land of death and that you will receive your status in the land of immortality. Have you ever seen such a study? It is a wonder how you study in the old world and receive your status in the new world. The one who is teaching you is the one who inspires the establishment of the land of immortality and the destruction of the land of death. This most auspicious confluence age of yours is very short. It is in this age that the Father comes to teach you. Your study begins as soon as He comes. This is why the Father says, write that the birthday of Shiva is also the birthday of the Gita. People don't know that one. They have mentioned Sri Krishna's name. Now, someone should at least understand this mistake. So many eminent people come to visit the museum. It isn't that they know the Father, not at all. This is why Baba says, ask them to fill in a form so that you can tell whether they have learned anything or not. Otherwise, what else would they do when they come here? Here, it isn't the same as when they go to sages, holy men, and great souls. This one has the same ordinary form. There is no change in his costume. This is why no one is able to understand. They understand that he was a jeweler. He was first a jeweler of perishable jewels, and now he is a jeweler of imperishable jewels. You are making a deal with the unlimited Father, who is the great businessman, musician, and the jewel merchant. Therefore, each one of you should consider yourself to be Roop and Basant. We have jewels of knowledge in us, worth hundreds of thousands. Through these jewels of knowledge, you become those with divine intellects. This too is something to understand. There are some good, sensible children who imbibe these things. If someone is unable to imbibe them, he is of no use. Consider that one to have a hole in his apron through which everything falls out. The Father says, I give you the donation of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. If you continue to make donations, you will remain full. If you continue to make donations, you will remain full. Otherwise, you don't have anything. You are empty. You don't study and you don't move along with discipline. The subjects here are very good. You have to move completely away from the five vices. The Father has explained that the celebration of Raksha Bandhan also refers to this time. However, people don't understand why a Rakhi is tied on them. They continue to be impure, and yet they still have a Rakhi tied on them. Previously, Brahmin priests used to tie the Rakhis. Now sisters tie them on their brothers in exchange for a gift, generally money. There is no question of purity there. They make very fashionable Rakhis. Diwali and Dashehra etc. are all festivals of the confluence age. The acts that the Father performed then continue on the path of devotion. The Father tells you the true Gita and makes you into Lakshmi and Narayan. You are now going into the first grade. After listening to the story of the true Narayan, you change from ordinary humans into Narayan. You children now have to awaken the whole world. You need so much power of yoga. It is only with the power of yoga that you can establish heaven every cycle. Establishment takes place with the power of yoga, and destruction takes place with physical power. There are just the two words alpha and beta. You become the masters of the world with the power of yoga. Your knowledge is completely incognito. You were Sato Pradhan and have now become Tamo Pradhan. You have to become Sato Pradhan once again. Everything definitely becomes old from new. What would there not be in the new world? There is nothing in the old world. It is like an empty box. Previously, Bharat was heaven, and now Bharat is hell. There is the difference of day and night. They make effigies of Ravan and burn them, but they don't know the meaning of that. You now understand what those people are doing. Yesterday, you too had ignorance, whereas today you have knowledge. Yesterday, you were in hell, and today you really are going to heaven. It isn't as people of the world say that so and so become a resident of heaven. If you went to heaven now, hell would no longer remain. These matters have to be understood. This is a matter of just a second. Remember the Father, and your sins will be absolved. Continue to tell this to everyone. Tell them, you were like them, Lakshmi and Narayan, and then having taken 84 births, you have become this Tamo Pradhan. From Sato Pradhan, you have become Tamo Pradhan, and you have to become Sato Pradhan once again. Souls are never destroyed, but they definitely do have to become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan once again. Baba continues to explain to you in many different ways. My battery never becomes old. Baba simply says, consider yourselves to be points, souls. They say, this one soul has departed. Therefore, a soul sheds one body and takes another according to his sanskars. Souls now have to go back home. This too is in the drama. The world cycle continues to repeat. Now, at the end, they calculate the population and say, there are this many people in the world. Why do they not say, there are this many souls? The Father says, the children have forgotten me so much. I then have to come and benefit everyone. This is why they call out to the Father. You forget the Father, but the Father doesn't forget you children. The Father comes to make the impure ones pure. This one is Gaumukh, cow's mouth. There is no question of a bull, etc. This is the lucky chariot. Baba says to you children, Shiv Baba is decorating me. Remember this firmly. There is a lot of benefit in remembering Shiv Baba. Baba is teaching you through this one Brahma, but you mustn't remember this one. Only the one Shiv Baba is the Sadguru. You have to surrender yourself to him. This one also surrendered himself to him. The Father says, constantly, remember me alone. You children are going to a golden aged world of flowers. So, why should you have attachment to thorns? For 63 births, you have been studying the scriptures of devotion and worshipping. You first worshipped Shiv Baba. This is why you built the temple to Somnath. There were temples in the places of all the kings. There were so many diamonds and jewels. It was later that they were attacked. They took away so much gold, etc., from the one temple. You are becoming the masters of such a wealthy world. They were wealthy and the masters of the world, but no one knows how long it has been since their kingdom was established. The Father says, it has been 5,000 years. They ruled for 2005 years, and then during the remaining 2005 years, all the sects and cults continue to grow. You children should be very happy that the unlimited Father is teaching you. You receive a lot of wealth. They have portrayed deities emerging from the ocean with platefuls of jewels. You are now receiving platefuls of jewels of knowledge. The Father is the ocean of knowledge. Some fill their plates very well, whereas everything falls off the plate of others. Those who study well and teach others will definitely become very wealthy. A kingdom is being established that is fixed in the drama. Only those who study well receive a scholarship. This is an imperishable godly scholarship, whereas others are perishable. The ladder is very wonderful. It is a story of 84 births. The Father says, make such a large translate picture of the ladder that it can be seen clearly from a distance. The people who see it will be amazed, and your name will continue to be glorified. Those who circle around now will come back again at the end. They circle around 2 to 4 times, and then if it is in their fortune, they stay. There is just the one flame. Where else can they go? You children have to become very sweet. Only when you stay in yoga, you will become sweet. Only by having yoga will you be pulled until their rust is removed. None of them will be pulled. Tell all souls the secrets of this ladder. Gradually, everyone will come to know number wise. This is the drama. The history and geography of the world continue to repeat. You should remember the one who explained this. They call the Father omnipresent, but it is Maya that is omnipresent out there. Here you have the Father, because He can come here in a second. You should understand that Baba always sits in this one. He is Karan Karavanhar. He does everything and also inspires everything to be done. He gives you children directions, and He also continues to act Himself. Judge what He can do and what He cannot do while He is sitting in this body. Baba doesn't eat. He just takes the fragrance. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana. First point, become Roop and Basant and keep the apron of your intellect constantly full of the imperishable jewels of knowledge. Let there be no hole in the apron of your intellect. Imbibe the jewels of knowledge and donate them to others. In order to claim this scholarship, study very well. Stay in complete exile. Don't have any other type of interest. Become a fragrant flower and make others the same. Blessing. May you become an embodiment of success by not being afraid on seeing clouds of adverse situations, but by crossing over them in a second. Some children are very clever in making up stories like the scholars who debate the scriptures. They make up stories that even the father is amused when he hears them, but others become impressed by them. All of those many different wasteful situations continue to roll on a wasteful register. Therefore, fly high above those things. Be innocent. Look at the Father, not the situations. Those situations are like clouds. Cross over them in a second and become an embodiment of success. Slogan: to have a question mark about any situation means to start an account of waste. Om Shanti. With avyakta silence, experience the double light angelic stage. Now, let the pure feelings in your heart reach many other souls. Reveal the power of silence. Each Brahmin child has this power of silence. Simply let this power emerge in your mind and through your body. Concentrate the thoughts in your mind in a second, and you will then be able to spread the vibrations of the power of silence into the atmosphere. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.